Hello, PBC family. Thanks for joining me tonight for our online devotional. I've shared in the past how I spent a number of years working in ministry with college students. And one of the things that made ministry to college students so fulfilling was seeing the students make choices to follow Jesus in different ways, and then seeing how that affected the trajectory of their lives. And in some of these cases, the decisions were just huge, big choices. The decision to give their life to Jesus or a change in their career direction. But many of these decisions were small. Decisions that were maybe like a 1 or 2 degree kind of change in direction. But just a little change in direction in that moment. It didn't seem like a whole lot right then. But when you start to see how that would play out over 5 years or 10 years, or talking to people who had been a part of that ministry in the past and going, man, 25 years later, 50 years later, that one small choice started to play out and it made a huge difference. Small choices and small changes become magnified over time and have a major consequence. The choices that we make, we know they have consequences. And when they play out over time, they can make a huge difference in our lives. The Apostle Paul understood this well. And this is why he would always be urging and encouraging people to do these small acts of faithfulness. Listen to one of the times he does this in the book of Romans, chapter 12, verses 12 to 17. He writes, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of a low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone." Did you catch all the small choices that Paul is urging us to make? Be patient. Stay faithful in prayer. Practice hospitality. Rejoice with those who are rejoicing. Mourn with those who mourn. Get along with people. Don't be proud and arrogant. Don't take revenge. Do what is right. These seem like pretty basic things. But these are all things that Paul knew that if we make the choice to faithfully do them over time, they will be magnified and have huge consequences in our lives. They will shape our character to be Christ-like and to shine and show Jesus to others. It will help us to have a godly perspective. It will shape our heart to be like God's. But these are also small actions that when we do them faithfully over time, God will use them to make a difference in our world. I've been reading a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And in it, he talks about, sometimes when we are looking to make a change, we see ourselves here and we want to get to here. And if we go, man, how do I go from here to here? And we just go, I just can't do that. And we give up. But instead of trying to get from here to here all at once, could we make the choice to say, we're going to be 1% better today? And is there a way that we can just become a little better today than we were yesterday? Is there a way that we can just day after day, week after week, year after year, keep striving and keep working to make that 1% improvement? And then we see how we move forward and how it makes a huge difference. What is one small change that you can make today that God could use to make a huge difference in your life later on? Thanks again for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of your week.